Alright, today we're going to be putting a new tire on this trailer for one of the local lawn care companies. I mean, you can definitely tell which one we're changing. He's going to need some other new ones soon, but we're just doing one for now. He's got more coming in next week. These are 7/14/5s. So they've got the spider wheels, or the Dayton style hubs. So we'll get this trailer jacked up, and I'll start taking them wedges off. So we'll just go right on the axle. Get as close as we can. Then I like to jack it up a little bit more higher, just so we got enough room with the extra tread that we're gonna have. Alright, so now we're gonna use our valve core tool, get the air out of this tire. Probably gonna be a lot. Now, with these style wheels, you know, you still got your lug nuts, but if you look closely, you got these wedges on there too that are actually still on the stud, but they're behind the lug nut. So we're gonna get them off. Get this thing positioned. So they come off normal. Now sometimes they are left-hand threaded, so sometimes this is a whole stud that goes through, not just a lug nut. So sometimes they're stamped with an L, but that one came off. Now I brought my hammer too, just because sometimes these can be under pressure. And actually, I seen the wheel move a little bit, so right there, that one popped out. Screw that on a little bit, and seen the whole wheel move. Whoops. So we got that one. Then usually once you get most of them, there's no pressure on the rest of these. And the wheel you need to just take it right off. See, and there's still one on here. Get a close look. Yeah, how this wheel holds on. The rim sits up on top of this hub, and then you got your wedges, which is these here. And there is a backwards way to put these in, so pay attention to which side presses up against the wheel. So you know you got your more flat side, that's going to go against the wheel, and then your stubby side, that'll go against the hub. Put the valve stem down first. That's the side I'm not going to be starting with. So I'll spray my soapy water on there. Use my duckbill hammer. Bring the bead. Turn it back over. Break this side down. Whoops. Just like that. And then while the hammer's still in there, that'll give us a chance to get our bars in. Push on the back. Get the first bead worked over. We got the first half off. We'll go ahead and lube up. And then you know you got your hook end of the bar. That goes in. Normally they'll just pop right out. Once in a while they get a stubborn one. So now we got our tire off the rim. Look at the bead, make sure there's no corrosion on there. This one's got a little bit, so I'm going to take the wire wheel to it. We got our new tire here. Power King, Lowboy. Take that off. So we'll lube our tire up. Again, this is just Murphy soap. Now, I'll go backwards at this bar. And I'll use the knob forward. So I'll hook it underneath the bead and I'll pry against this lip of the rim. Like so. Boom. There's your first part. Over. Murphy's. You don't want to take too big of bites, just little ones. So it's almost on. Sometimes, if I can't get this hook to go all the way underneath this bead right here, a close-up of what I'm talking about, I'll grab one of these bars, lay it down, grab this curved bar, and I'll pry down against that, like so, just like that. We got air in this tire. It's up to pressure. Now we'll go throw it back on the trailer. Got that one on, put it at the top, and then I'll show you how I get this wheel on. Alright, so we got our one that's already started up at the top. And you can see the marks on this rim where the old one sat. It doesn't really matter, you know, if they sit back in the same spots. Rule of thumb is you want your valve stem in between two of these studs. You never want the valve stem right in front of one of the studs. So get this up on there and see how the top one, it just holds it right on for us. So now we can start our other ones. Again, make sure that this is going on the right way. If there's too much corrosion, clean these up, clean this hub right here up. You can even clean the rim inside here, make sure it sits flush. Get that started. And now this rim is going to move a little bit as you try to put it on, so we can kind of shuffle it around. A lot of guys have fits with these. And in case you were wondering how tight, usually it's 100 foot-pounds, 95 foot-pounds on these. So I got a torque stick for 100 foot-pounds. That way we don't overstress these little studs. We'll just kind of work them on there. And again, in a star pattern, just like on any other wheel. So go up here. Come on. Come on, baby. And the reason my socket wasn't fitting there is if you look, you can actually tell which side of the nut was on there, because it's been mushroomed out from being hammered and tightened against there. So this one here too. It ain't a rush, just something ain't working, just stop and look at it. And you can spin these, make sure that they're straight. And one test is you can put a hammer or something next to it. And you can watch the distance from this rim that goes next to that hammer. So I mean, that might be a little bit more better. And you can just watch the edge of that rim. Tighten it and loosen it as you need to. If you need to loosen it, start all over, loosen them all up, and just start over. Because if you gotta loosen it, you got a problem.